A man is yelling. His face is tight with frustration, lobbing aggressive accusations and shouting that his mind is getting messed up. A wider shot reveals a microphone in the man's hand and a stage under his feet. In this context, the aggressive outburst causes a room full of hundreds of people to roar with laughter. Watching two people snipe at each other usually makes bystanders uncomfortable, yet mimicking the exact cadence of a toxic argument in this setting generates collective joy. This reaction is the result of the performer deliberately manufacturing social tension in real time, pulling specific emotional levers to build a joke out of a fabricated conflict. In a traditional stand-up routine, the comedian controls every variable. Every premise and punchline is meticulously written, rehearsed, and refined over months of repetition. Crowd work removes that safety net. The performer steps away from their prepared material and takes on a massive risk. They must extract a coherent narrative from a random, untrained stranger. This illustrates structural comedy engineering. This is the process of taking a single spontaneous input from the audience and expanding that fragment into a multi-tiered framework to build a joke on the fly. Comedian Praneet Moore attempts to solve this engineering problem with an audience member named Siddhi, using real-time roleplay to construct his framework. The comedian's skill lies in turning a passive spectator into an active co-star, using their spontaneous participation to guarantee a punchline. Every unscripted interaction starts with an interrogation phase. The comedian throws out a wide net of simple, leading questions to gather basic, contextual facts. Praneet begins by asking Siddhi about her boyfriend. He stumbles through a discovery phase, trying to pin down the exact name, bouncing between Siddhant and Sijaz, before finally landing on the full name, Siddhant Chamadia. Securing that specific name gives Praneet his first concrete building block. A unique identifier grounds the upcoming routine in a believable reality. He continues digging until he uncovers a core conflict. Siddhi admits that her boyfriend is highly irritating and frequently speaks rudely to her. Praneet is filtering information in real time. He strips away the nervous laughter and useless banter, retaining only the high-conflict keywords, irritating and Chamadia. This initial questioning is a data mining operation. Praneet is gathering the raw materials he needs to construct a comedic trap. Then Praneet hits a wall. When he asks Siddhi exactly how her boyfriend irritates her, she refuses to elaborate, cutting off the line of questioning. A direct refusal from an audience member typically kills the momentum of an unscripted routine. If the participant stops supplying details, the comedian has nothing left to build with. Instead of pushing her for an answer, Praneet executes a pivot. He stops the interview and initiates a live simulation. Praneet explicitly assigns the parameters of the scene. He casts himself as the boyfriend, Chamadia, and instructs Siddhi to play herself. By setting these specific rules, he transforms the interaction from a stagnant interview into an active, high-stakes improvisational game. Establishing a game shifts the interaction. Instead of deciding what to say, the audience member begins responding to the character's prompts with her own natural defensive reactions. Praneet sets the stage by creating a mundane scenario. The two of them are coordinating a movie date. He drops the polite comedian facade and adopts a harsh, impatient tone. He barks at her to hurry up and get downstairs, triggering a reaction. Siddhi responds with genuine indignation. She instinctively pushes back against the hostile tone, asking why he is talking to her that way. This unscripted frustration provides the fuel. Praneet uses her pushback to lean into the character further, escalating the fake argument. He specifically targets a trope called the apology loop. This is a relationship pattern where one partner commits a wrong, then offers a hollow apology to avoid taking responsibility. This diagram maps the loop. A rude outburst triggers pushback, which is met with a hollow apology. This cycle continues without resolution, trapping the partner in the argument. Weaponizing this specific, recognizable behavior elevates the bit. It turns a conversation with a stranger into a routine about a shared cultural frustration. The fake argument escalates until the tension in the comedy room is pulled tight, and eventually it snaps. At this peak of discomfort, Praneet executes an emergency stop. He breaks character, dropping the persona to remind the audience he is acting for a video. Breaking the fourth wall shatters the illusion of conflict. It signals the perceived danger was never real, allowing the audience to release their held breath. In the aftermath, Praneet offers Siddhi a genuine compliment, calling her cute. This gesture washes away the hostile energy he built during the roleplay. Dropping the act and offering praise act as safety valves. They ensure the audience member feels celebrated rather than attacked after participating in the high-tension bit. Crowd work is often categorized as a comedian simply bullying the front row for cheap laughs. In practice, the interaction functions as a highly structured, cooperative game of tension and release. The comedian acts as a mirror, balanced against the audience member. They reflect familiar frustrations back at the room in a heightened, exaggerated form. By putting these private, everyday squabbles on a stage, the comedian allows the audience to laugh at their own familiar frustrations together. The most effective punchlines are the ones the crowd helps build.